Hey guys and gals, I got another one for you today. Today I'm platooned up with Hoops and Drewski. We are on Scorpion Pass Standard Battle. I am in my Paladin. Hoops took his Carnarvon Action X, which is the unskinned Paladin, and Drew has his Ragnarok. And this was a little while ago. It's like when the Ragnarok first came out. The bad thing about only doing 3 videos a week is my library of games is getting too large. So I have a bunch of games that I want to share with you guys. Unfortunately, I don't have the time to get through them all, but hopefully soon my schedule will free up and I will be able to get back to daily uploads for you guys. Until then, just enjoy the content. So, Scorpion Pass, you got to win the northwestern flank. Generally, that's what's going to dictate the game. If you go the zero line, you might run into a few guys, but generally, you're going to be left to try to cap the base if your team loses, or just get flanking shots in as your team crushes the other team from this flank. But either way, you don't make a significant impact from the 0K line, and really it's just a shortcut to get to the base and cap once you get there, I guess. Now, in the north, I will argue that D0 can be a pretty powerful position as far as damage goes, but your team has to play the choke correctly in the fact that if a lot of tanks don't come this way, then what you need to do if you're from the north spawn is you need to like sit in the bottom corner of B6 and spot them as they come over into the open, and then all your snipers in D0 will have free shots on them. You see, this is not going well for me. There, the Stark finally shut me down. I was permatracked there, and I was unable to get out of that position, so I ended up dying. We go down 1-3, and Hoops pulls over to help get rid of this Liberty, or FCM50T, I should say. And the Stark gets spotted back there. So had that Primo Victoria been a little bit more to the right, he would have been under these guys' gun lines and would have been able to spot them as they came over. And if he has tank destroyer support from D0, they would have been able to help him out. But since he was right in front of their gun line, they could use the hill to their advantage, take out the Stark, and then kill the Stritzvong as well with Primo Victoria. I don't remember what it is now, what it was now. Alright, so this T-28's getting harassed. Now we go down 4-7, and Hoops and Drewski make a good play by going back to the base. If they chose to push out into that field and they got spotted, then they would not be able to return fire because generally you can't spot what's shooting at you in D0. Now he spots the Ragnarok and he's on pursuit. He's got to be careful though, he's only got 161 hit points. And driving out into this area is very risky, especially at this point in the game. However, he does have 3 tanks on the K line, so if they're shooting at him from the K line, they're probably going to die pretty quickly from his 3 teammates. So I switch over to the J-Pan 2 to give them information. Let them know that the scout's down there. The J-Pan's not playing. Oh, no. Now he comes to life. He turns, shuts down the 1357. And that puts us into an 8v9 situation. Or 8v9. It's 8 to 9. In a 6v6 situation, they have Artie. And then the Pershing gets killed by the Scorpion G. T-32 is fighting Oho. The Oho is derping. Scorpion G doesn't take his shot. Now here in this situation, if I was a T-32, I probably would have shot the Scorpion G. You're going to guarantee a penetration, plus the Scorpion G is going to shoot faster since the Oho is derping. And now I think he realizes that, but he doesn't get his shell in time. Had he shot him, maybe the Scorpion G backs off, but I think essentially he would have been able to kill the Scorpion G, and then if he had anything left, he'd be able to fight the Oho. So Drewski is going around back, gets the tank destroyer spotted. Proxy spots him on the side of the hill. The Borsig sitting there. It's a dangerous tank. It's not going to have any trouble penning Drewski. But is the Borsig paying attention to him? No, he is not. So Drewski's able to shut him down. And right now in this situation, I feel like our tanks in the middle of the map need to just chill and kind of set up some crossfires. I let Drewski and Hoops know that if it was me, I would go to the middle and then figure out where I need to go from there. But they decided not to do that. Just felt like it was too much driving with only limited amount of space to play with. They have a J-Pan 2. Looks like he's going up to fight our heavy tank, or maybe looking to get shots across the way here. Try to get Hoop spotted. I know it says his Sixth Sense is on, but I think that was just the glitch. Well, maybe it wasn't. So our Nomad comes over, gets a couple shots in the back of the J-Pan 2. Can he get back behind the rock in time? Doesn't look like he's going to be able to, so he gets shut down, and it is down to Drewski and Hoops. So I show a lot of games where I get ace tankers, where I'm platooned up with them. Well, this time they are going to carry me. So we switch back to Hoops. In a 2v2 situation, they still have Artie. Really, the Scorpion G is probably going to outspot them. Drewski decides, you know what, I'm just going to go for the zero line push, and hopefully I can make that work. And I let him know, just be careful and let Hoops at least pace you. That way, if you guys spot something, you may be able to work together to do it. Now, one of them jumps on the cap. And Hoops decides that he's just going to get going. Drewski should be able to catch up to him. You got a minute 15. If they get another one on, it's going to really tighten it down. Put him in a tough situation. However, at this point, we do like the fact that Drewski's got high ground and Hoops has got the low ground, so there is different levels of attack here. Down to 50 seconds. And now you're just curious on which one is on, because the Artie was in the middle at one point. Well, Hoops spots the Oho. So Drewski is working on getting the flank on the Oho. Looking around for the Scorpion G. I just figured they set up the Scorpion G on the other ridge, so the Scorpion G was going to be like an F3. Hoops asks for help on the Oho, especially since the Oho is derping. And all of a sudden the Scorp G gets spotted down in J2. What is he doing down there? Drewski lands a solid shot on him, though. Takes him out of the game. And now it's just Oho and Artie. And Drewski is going to make a flanking maneuver on the Oho. Shuts him down. And then lands a shot into that V305, which returns fire and leaves him on 22 hit points. Definitely think the red team did not take advantage of their strengths, and they did not set up or communicate what they wanted to do. They weren't platooned up, so I mean, not that they should have been communicating with each other, but they were really out of position, and that's what really allowed Drewski and Hoops to take advantage. They had different levels of attack, and they brought it home. What can I say? They do nice work when I suck. All right, I'll quit babbling. That's all I got for you. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one.